The Calamity took everything from us. Might be it took even more from Zolf.
Hi! My name is Pyro motherfucking Zero. We're back with some more Bastion, mate. Grah! Get pubs! Oh, I guess I forgot to turn that, the god sign off. Doesn't matter. We can leave it on. I did that so I could do the last of the vigils from the post, which I have done already because I am stupid.
They met on the worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away.
This can.
It wasn't the first time Zolf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tassel terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there.
The fucking reward orb is damaging me with this god active. This is such epic bullshit. Oh well.
He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in. That missionary raised Zolf like a gentleman, like he was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy.
Come here. When
the missionary passed away, Zolf promised to continue his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Ceylondia. Zolf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did. He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people. However, Zol felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Caelondia to know the Ura had changed. He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land.
This one's quite a bit harder than the last one.
The journey was hard, but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon. He endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular. This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best-kept secrets.
Come here.
The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Caelondian style. It's all right.
This is tough.
He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all. He woke up alone underground inside the Ura Caelondian War Memorial, built like an Ura den. But something was wrong. Don't worry about it. from that hole in the ground into a waking nightmare. Everything that wasn't gone was twisted upside down.
Well, that's a shame.
The world was frozen, air thick with ash. What few faces he saw on the street stared back at him with gray and vacant eyes. Found his wife-to-be asleep inside her home, but when he reached out to her, she joined with all the ashes in the sky. So Zolf returned to where he proposed in the Hanging Gardens, and there he stood, as if the gods would answer him. The kid's gonna be okay. As for that man, who knows?
Indeed. Say what? All right.
The faith. Mother, this one's for you.
G-Pro.
Never thought I'd see that thing completed. Not in this life.
You can go right the fuck back off, thank you. Okay, I have shitloads of earth pieces, if that's what they're called, so I might as well just buy all of the shit. What's an actual good weapon that I want to upgrade? I don't know, I don't mind this.
Nothing makes a gun so dangerous as a keen eye.
Yeah, yes.
Taught him a little something from my days on the front.
Not just yet. I want to try this.
He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
Yeah.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
Oh, this is Sears.
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia.
This is really making me want to bring the fire bellows next time.
Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's manses. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mansers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs. At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city.
Oh, I'm sad that doesn't work.
One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Oh, shit. Come here. Give me a gator queen.
The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals.
Is that all?
They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
See, that's tricky because I have to dodge two of them. That's cool.
But the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls. The young man had sent the authorities a tip, told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tassel terminals. She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free. Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in. She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
I dig my hole, you build one day that wall is gonna fall.
The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her.
Cool story, bros.
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it.
What just happened? Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, that's the only one. That's lame. Oh, I got a shitload of stuff. So I can forge some more stuff if I can stay on the world. There we go. I don't suppose I actually leveled up. No. Oh, what's an awesome weapon? UI already upgraded. And well, the bow is just one step away, so nah, screw it. Do the pistols.
That ought to give those dueling pistols a little extra kick. You'd never guess those things been to the wilds and back.
Might as well actually check out what we got here. Oh, fine. That's cool. Not bad, WBI.
I worry for him. Just don't care to show it.
Alrighty. Well, that was just a bit of side story this time, I guess. Next time, we will go on and take on the Tassel Terminals.